Hello people! Today I've got something new. Nice little early access game, early access game called Landless. It's Waterworld survival game and it looks and feels amazing. Now the only thing that I'm not sure about is that we are allowed to use the music in live streams. The developer said it would be no problem. So I'm gonna try it. If there's a copyright claim, I'll just make another stream after that, no problem. So what's the story of this game? Well, apparently you escaped from some organization that basically destroyed the world, or is able to save it, it's unclear. There's a scientist that helped you escape, and he gave you this boat. And the entire world is flooded. There's possibly some land, like in Waterworld or something. You're just awesomely going around and collecting beacons, and those beacons give black boxes. In those black boxes you can find some or other technology stuff, and with that you find a mothership that has the organization on it or something like that. So there is a story mode, there is an ending to the game, but if you don't want it to end, I guess you can play forever because it's all procedurally generated content. So if you would just go and set sail out that direction, well then yeah, you could forever. There's also an underwater world. You see this crane at the back of my boat. You can construct a diving suit or find one in the settlements that takes you to the bottom of the ocean or sea. I don't know which part we're in. And you can explore like the destroyed remains of old civilization while some huge sandworms shoot fish at you. I'll show you that in a minute. Just important to remember, this game is in a very early stage. Got released on the 11th of May 2017. It is now June 23rd, I think. Actually, I don't know what date it is. That's awesome. So, it is new. They are building the framework from which they will later on expand the content on. So, keep that in mind. But the developers are, and I mean that, insanely reactive. If you go look at the discussions, you will notice instantly that these guys, they talk, they answer almost every question. Could be related to the Steam Summer Sale, but I'm not sure about that. Anyway, this game sure is worth trying out. Okay, I'm gonna take you through the first steps of a new game. As you can see on the top left corner is the status of my boat, the hull strength, fuel and the buoyancy. Down in the middle is your typical hotbar, and then on the lower right is your player statistics. So there is a hunger, thirst and sleep mechanic, like every good survival game should have. And apart from that you have health, stamina and temperature. I have no idea what the temperature does, and I'm not sure if it's implemented yet, but we'll see. So this is a new game. I'm just gonna follow what it tells me to do. It tells me to go interact over here. And this is the professor that saves you. Says, yeah, it doesn't sound too good. We're gonna have to rebuild the engine. He gave us enough materials to actually build one, so that's really nice of him. I can't really move anymore. Oh, okay, well, still in the engine. So this is your crafting spot. To drink, you basically just collect water from the tanks that are on the side of your ship. The inventory and menu screens are still a little bit clunky, because there's no way to close them with a simple click on X anywhere, which would be really handy, so you have to press escape. There's also no key mapping yet. Alright, so I made sure you have some spare parts, awfully friendly. Go ahead and craft a basic engine, then wait until you finish crafting it. Okay, sure. You press Alt, that brings up your mouse. So go to the crafting menu. Let's quickly have a look around here. So you can craft wood, planks, plastic, mold. These are basically your resources that are used to build everything else. So it may look like it's not a lot to craft, and it actually isn't. But I think that you need to hack other ships and gather more technology to unlock new things and upgrades. So I'll just go ahead and craft the basic engine. I'll craft one. That takes 10 seconds. Okay. A couple of other problems with the game is stacking. If you gather a lot of items, they don't stack properly in your inventory. Oh, he stacks under here. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'll close the crafting window. Drag. Oh. Okay. I want to click OK, but I can't. So I'll drag the engine in here. Okay, now I can. So yeah, the captain of the ship that you escaped from, he's freaking out right now. And he's killing everybody. He's just randomly blaming people and killing them. So now I've put an engine in the boat, now we can actually use it. The other spots like the generator, cables, radio, barrels, engine and motor upgraded. In the middle you can see your stats like the force, rate, amplify and stuff like that. You also get a lot of these handy tips on the left side that fill you in on the basic game mechanics. It's well explained. It's short, but it's well explained. So here are your water barrels. If it rains, they fill up, and then you can fill an empty bottle if you have one. So I'm going to quickly go to that settlement. And as you probably noticed, this is a very atmospheric, calm kind of game. I really like it. It just has a relaxing touch to it, especially with that music. Also there's sharks, so if you've played Stranded Deep, there's sharks in that too. Is there something in the water here? That loot? It seems like it is. I'll go get that. So press F to interact, and I have a cooked potato and a water bottle. And there's a shark there, so I'm not gonna stay in the water. So yeah, in Stranded Deep and stuff, you have to kind of make do with a spear to kill sharks. Not here though. Not here at all, because in your inventory, and I'll bring that up, and I'll start filling up my toolbar a little bit. So we have a crowbar used for removing furniture and harvesting creatures with a hatchet, and a wrench for repairing your ship. And I'll have me some water over there and some cooked meat over there. Okay, that seems about right. Now let's continue our journey. So there's all of these settlements and random spots that you can find. They're, I mean, it's very Waterworld like, just floating wooden platforms, really. Really nice, really atmospheric, but as I said, it's really early access, so... Oh. And now the Western piano music came in. Right, you had him a little bit worried. Oh yeah, there's a currency in the game, whale oil. I guess that when things go south and there's like general apocalypse, and hunting whales becomes standard practice. So you get whale oil from selling stuff, harvesting. I'm not gonna go through all of this text because it's quite a lot. Anyway, he tells you to go to a beacon. I'm on the ramp. I don't want to be on the ramp. I'll just park it a little bit better over here. Also, I've noticed there's quite a lot of airplanes flying around, and I wonder where they land. So this is a town, and for now, every NPC kind of looks the same. Can talk to them, but oh, there's a typo here. Body temperature. Sounds a bit too American, right? So this is a shop. Sells seaweed, human waste, which you need to, I think, construct a hull epoxy. Got some sulfur and other stuff. Not gonna buy anything from this guy now, but what they do have in almost every shop in this first settlement is a loot crate. Really, really handy little loot crate that you can interact with, and it has all of this stuff in it. And by looting all of this, I can instantly show you what's wrong with the stacking mechanic. So I'll just go around. This is a tavern. There's no one here to sell you anything. So it's kind of like a free-for-all tavern, which is nice. There's also no stairs, so everything is a ramp. I guess that has to do with correct walking mechanics. Okay, let's see if that happened already. No, it's still stacking fine. So what will happen if stacks are 200? So if I have 123 of this and I would find 90, then it wouldn't stack to 200 and then add like 10. No, it would just make a new stack of 90, and you have to kind of drag them to get it to the 200. But then again, that's an inconvenience and not a bug. Well, actually it is a bug, but it's an inconvenient one, not that bad. So this guy over here, he is the important one. He deciphers the black boxes for you, and then you get research points that allow you to upgrade your ship. Hello. And also I think I'm a girl, judging from what I can see down there. I must be tiny, because all of these guys are really tall. What are you packing under the hood?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. I was once a captain like you, then I took a harpoon to the knee. I thought you looked familiar. So what does this guy sell? Oh wait, is that the same guy? Did I just go back in this? No. He sells the more basic stuff like scrap wood, scrap metal. I like how it says under development, yeah. But I'm not too interested in his store at the moment. I just want to go loot his possessions, really. And there we go. Music's very relaxing. Okay, let's quickly get everything that we can from this first settlement. You can build your own settlements, by the way, which is a very nice feature. So you can have like your own little Waterworld settlement thing. It said in the game or the early access notes that it would be the idea to actually have people live in them. I guess that goes with the Fallout 4 kind of thingy, where you build a settlement and then slowly people move in and you will have traders and stuff like that. Probably will have to defend them. I like the idea of that. I really do like the idea. I want to be the mayor of my own little Waterworld town. But I also want to have the option to be a really evil mayor.
Hey.
But now that's too beautiful. Well, all these guys are really in love with me. Huh. Well, yeah, you sell a lot of stuff that I don't need. So I'll just take your things here, buddy. So it's awfully generous with this loot. Oh wait, did I just go past that? Ah, yeah. Okay, so this is the diving suit that you can use freely in this town, and I'll do that in a second. I was just gonna quickly eat some chicken and drink something. Alright, do I want to go underwater? Yes. And it takes you down. Way down to where that little red dot is there. And then there's these two weird things on the side that you kind of get stuck in or whatever. I guess it's supposed to be a lifeline. Confuses me. Alright, so this is your backpack. You interact with it to go back to the surface. Use it to get some storage in there. However, putting stuff in this storage, I don't know if it's connected to the storage on your boat or not. Didn't actually test that, but it would be great if it was. So this is it. This is the underwater world. The thing that you see there is one of the worms, so I'm not gonna instantly go there. I'm gonna just randomly walk in this direction. There's a car here. And you have two weapons, well, two tools. The left side is a laser cutter, or a blowtorch. And, no wait, the left side is a harpoon and the right side is the blowtorch. Yeah, sorry, I got confused there. So you can cut up this car, which leaves this pile of rubble. That gives you some scrap metal. Alright, now let's check out the inventory and see what happened. So, look at these two stacks now. I have 139 and 190. It didn't auto stack to 200 automatically, so I have to drag it over, and then it does nothing the first time. Second time, nothing. Then drag the bigger one to the smaller one, nothing. It's annoying. Third time, for fourth time, for no reason, it's stacked. So that is kind of weird, and sometimes it does it instantly, sometimes it does not. Now it did it fine, but you gotta go around and do this quite often. And that is quality of life thing. I know early access and stuff, but it's really annoying. So yeah, there's a lot of other stuff to find down here. I'm just gonna go quickly show you this guy. So this is one of those sandworms. You can kill them. Just takes a good amount of shots to kill them. And I'm not actually gonna do that, but they pose very little to no threat really. So I'm just gonna walk back to my backpack. Oh, there's a huge building here. So in these buildings you will find the same rubble piles, and they will give you items too. But for the sake of this first look, oh okay, I might just show it with this one. So you interact with these piles, and sometimes they have loots, sometimes they don't. Just getting lucky. I found that the ones in the open world here tend to not have loot, and the ones in the building have loot. Often quite a lot. So we're gonna go back to the surface. Oh yeah, and you find oxygen tanks down there that you refill at the station. So it's not that you press refill oxygen and the oxygen will be refilled. You need to actually find the tanks. And another thing that would be really handy is to actually be able to get out of the suit by just clicking it and say get out of the suit. Now we gotta go around and then go back to the crane, up the platform, and then fall down, or preferably not. Okay, that was stupid, but you can see might be a little bit better to have that functionality. So do I want to put the F1500 back? Yeah, sure. So there we go, that's a settlement, that's the underwater world. As I said, this is a very quick look at the game. Would rather have it that you explored most of this for yourself, but just to give you an idea of what it looks like, I'm gonna progress the story, and I'm gonna go to the recon bay, or the buoy that he has marked on the map. which is one of the key elements of the game, is getting the black boxes and destroying these water, unmovable water satellites or something. It's what he called it. It uses some anti-gravity technology. I don't know. I read it yesterday, and I thought, wow, this is seriously creative. But then again, if anti-gravity would be a thing. Oh wait, it's a mechanism using electric water displacement and early anti-gravity prototyping to keep it completely buoyant with the surface of the water, yet to be immovable as it's anchored down. As if anchored down. I have no idea what that even means, or how that would be possible. Alright, so what happens is once you approach it, you have to kind of smack it, and but you have to destroy it to get what's inside. So I'll just fuck over here. While you do that, you're gonna get attacked. So better get the gun out and check if there's any bows coming. Nope. Oh, did I get on it? Aha, now I did. There's a boat. And they do shoot at you, but they're also pretty easy to dispatch. I found that the axe actually does most damage to this thing. And then there's again one kick-ass little Wild West music. Let's check if there's anything else coming. No. I guess that there are more enemies coming the further you progress in the game. Because as it stands now, it's not really impressively difficult, but then again, this is like the tutorial mode. And now he says, "Kid, I think we can save the world." Yeah, cool. Yeah. And he's, oh, this is the captain, Captain Wastebeard. Looks awesome. There's a pistol with noise. Then Professor Friend will get smacked. Captain says, "I will find you." Then it saves. And then now this should kind of explode or sink or something. Sink, I guess. And then it leaves behind this thingy, which has the black box and some other goodies in it. Okay, quickly gonna head back to this settlement and show you the research screen. Oh yeah, and there's like, well, I was gonna say random missions, but apparently it's the same one every time. So her baby was taken by a shark, and now I have to kill a shark anywhere, and then that will fix it for her, I guess. So I guess that she just wants revenge for a shark eating her baby, like an eye for an eye. Take her baby, kill one shark, all's well. Okay, we're back at the settlement, and then I'm gonna go talk to the guy who's... Is there no ramp on this side? Ah. Wow, I must be blind. Okie dokie, here we go. Here's the lady. Sorry about your baby, lady. You look like you might find a man pretty soon to make another one. Alright, you got a black box, let me take care of that for you. Sure. And I got 10 tech points. And that is strange because yesterday, first time I turned it in, I had 6. Then I tried, well, not tried, then I died because I wanted to see what happens if you get killed. So then it respawned me at what I guess it considers a story point or something. So exactly at the same point as killing the buoy. And then I turned it in again, and then I only got 5, and now I got 10. So the amount of research points appear to be random. So I'm gonna guess that 10 might be the maximum. So it might be possible to, I guess, save, turn it in, and if you don't get 10, just load your game, turn it in again. Save scamming could be possible. Wouldn't recommend doing that, but seems possible. Alright, to go to the... oh yeah, wait, let me show you this first. There's a storage on your ship as well. So you don't have to handcraft everything. You can just put these things in here. So that you don't have to have a full inventory all the time. There's no need to keep these things around. You can just refine them into their more useful components. So I'm not gonna bother with making this look pretty and stuff. Just gonna put these in here and show you how the rest of the crafting works. Okay, first science. So the blueprints menu is your science thing. There's mechanical, utility, efficiency, electrical, plumbing, and engineering. Inside these things, and it's hard to miss, because it says, yeah, your basic rudder needs 5 tech points to learn. But then you have a heavy rudder that needs 10. Eco, dual, and smart. And all of these get better. And this is the diving suit that you can craft yourself, which requires 200 tech points. So basic rudder, what else can I make? Waster rudder or a rudder. Has different stats. Has force 1 of 3, turn 1 of 3, and this has turn 2 of 6. I have no idea what that does, but I'm just gonna learn this because I have 10 tech points. Oh wait, did I put it on heavy? Oh, a heavy one requires more. Okay, then I'll learn the heavy rudder. Seems like an upgrade. Then the wire thingy does this. Press enter to init scan. Okay, scanning area. Signals detected. Please click on the network used to connect. So I'll click on this. I haven't done this before, so this is new. Downloading content. Failed. See below for errors. You have been detected. Okay. Seek and destroy. What? Multiple drones. What? Success with errors. Recovered tech points. Lost 20%. So now I have 8 tech points. What? Okay. Where are the drones? Huh. Not seeing the drones. Okay, that's good. Okay, so apparently you don't actually unlock it with just the tech points. You use the tech points to hack anything that is close by, and if you fail, you lose your points. That's an interesting mechanic, because that makes research kind of hard, I guess. That would also explain why there are items in the crafting, like in the machinery or in the crafting, like a signal booster and stuff. That's probably used to increase your chances when hacking, or an intercept tower, probably the same kind of functionality. A home antenna, I guess, is like a beacon. If you make a base that you know where it is. Bench to sit on, a bed, a storage chest, and so forth. So yeah, that's basically it. The economy, however, is pretty much, well, it's at this point too easy to make money. I mean, if you make a hydro turret, or even easier, a basic engine, it sells for like 18k whale oil, which means that for very few resources you can have a lot of whale oil, which allow you to buy resources, which in turn allow you to make more money. So it's infinitely it's infinite wealth. But then again, those are things that they shouldn't be focusing on right now. As I read from one of the developers, he said they are now building the framework to have all the functionality and all the stuff in it, have it all nice and working. And then after that, they're gonna have a good conversation with the community. And based on that feedback, they're gonna rebalance and add features and stuff like that. So if a developer promises that, then I go nuts. Then I say, wow, this is great. So the only thing that I can say to the developers is please keep that up. Because the first months of development are always the coolest, because there's a new sales, there's a growing community, but then there's gonna be more negative feedback, because as communities grow, there's also gonna be problems. That's very, very normal. And it gets harder then. There will be name calling, there will be loving, there will be everything in between those two things. But I'm sure that if the developers can keep up the way that they are doing things now, then this game, yeah, for me, it would probably surpass Subnautica. And that is a huge thing to say. So okay, I'm gonna leave it this first look at this. I would recommend you buy it if you like this kind of game, these kind of games, but not expect it to be a fully functional game. Early access, you know, right? But this has so much potential that I would say that we should support these developers and give them all the chances that they deserve. Alright, thanks for watching and see you next time.